And I'm live. So, I've been away a few days because I got sick, unfortunately. Which means I have no clue what I've been doing the last. Well, we're almost at the halfway point of the campaign, to be honest. The time flies quickly when you're not doing much as Ching. I remember I was going to fight Great Britain over Hong Kong. Oh, they started annexing stuff in India. That's interesting to note. 5 million in just this one state, giving an actually pretty significant boost to the GDP of Great Britain. It's an interesting observation. Let's actually start and actually see what the current situation in the world is. Oh yeah, there was the whole affair with Germany trying to form, and after like 2 or 3 wars they ended up in this situation. They got actually Bohemia and West Galicia from Austria-Hungary, actually just Austria for the moment, which is pretty good. Bohemia is a really good state. West Galicia is going to be really good once oil kicks in. The unfortunate thing for Germany is all of those German miners are actually in their own markets, which is actually terrible for their economy. It's hard to say how exactly they were affected because it only shows their GDP from their creation. You can actually see exactly. Nah, not really. Actually, some of those are pretty rich, I have to say. Like 1.2 million, 10 million. Saxony is quite often a very rich state. I'm not sure why, especially when they're on their own and not when they're part of Germany. It's not like their population is that big. And nah, I guess 5 million is much bigger than in some other places. Though I'm pretty sure a lot of it comes from immigration. Bavaria is an Austrian market, though Austrian market is having some issues with a revolt. I think it's another revolt, Presidential Republic, with not many other changes from what I can see. Russia not doing anything. France is currently a monarchy, changing it to landed voting. GB protecting speech, with the church being the strongest. Oh wow, they have a lot of generals in church. What is this government in Great Britain? 25% cloud trade unions and 55 Anglican church? Okay. They have religious schools and charity hospitals. I don't think they start with those. I'm pretty sure they have private education and maybe healthcare as well. Something really weird happened to Great Britain. It's okay. Wyoming is still part of Mexico, so that's same old. Canada might actually... Wait, who's fighting whom? Canada is having some kind of a quasi-civil war. Oh, it's a French proxy war, I guess, with Upper Canada trying to become free. I don't think they have great chances, though. I mean, wait, with French support, though it requires that France actually does something. This is actually really good news for me. If I invade Hong Kong right now, though probably they will still fight and they might actually get this war over before I even start my war. Still, this is a bit of a good news. Africa, still not much happening. People colonizing, but not very efficiently. France only getting started on Algiers. Ottomans, of course, unrecognized, because AI is unable to do anything with those. And yeah, Japan I think is opened. Yeah, free trade, but they're not doing much with it, which is usually the case. And internal, we have a ton of bureaucracy, which is not enough for even a single institution, not even close. Authority is fine, all of this is fine. Losing a bit of money, but not a problem for now, though I need to keep an eye on it, because as soon as I go into any debt, I gain fragile unity because the game sucks in this way. Like, if you get any debt, you instantly get a point, which I don't think is great. GDP is going up really well. Literacy is kinda bad. Standard of living is really bad, though I don't think I care that much about it for the time being, because usually you want higher standard of living to increase population growth, which is currently 0% pretty much, but we have the highest population in the world and it will probably stay this way pretty much no matter what we do, though maybe consumption tax on opium has, and on grain. Yeah, those two might actually, and on liquor. I'm actually oppressing the lower class quite highly with my consumption taxes. I think it's showing a low number here because they cannot afford anything, they're so poor. So yeah, probably need to remove taxes on opium and on grain at this point and see what I can do instead of it. Radicals are not too bad. There's quite a few of them, but actually as a percentage it's under control. And I'm working on freedom of conscience with only 5% success, but wait, this is only because of the ruler that I have 10% stall. Oh my god, I hate monarchs so much in this game. They never help me, they're always annoying. This guy is a traditionalist and the child, which is just negatives. And the landowner. Oh my god, I hate monarchs. And he's going to live like till the end of the game, unless we change it finally. There is a movement to enact homesteading with a very decent support. The trouble is the landowners would hate it too much. And I mean, just getting them, maybe I could get them to minus like 9 or 8, though the issue is I'm pretty certain they would oppose it unless they're at like minus 2. If I could get them to minus 2, then maybe they wouldn't even oppose it. But other than that, they will oppose it, and that means they will leave the government, and I don't think I have an option to create a government that has actually enough legitimacy, because the monarch is in landowners again. Though at the same time, if it's a movement, I could at least try to push it through. So for the time being, I see how it goes with the freedom of conscience, and if that doesn't, and if the movement for homesteading is still there, I would go for it, maybe. Though I would like at least 2 more points in the landowners, so they're not at minus 10 immediately, which would mean a civil war. And with how much clout they have, that also means very high radicalism. So that's an issue. I remember we checked at the end of last session, we are behind Great Britain only like 5 or 6 stacks in every category, which is really not that bad, considering the current time and our starting position. I think we have the same unit, everyone is on skirmishers currently, so that's also really good. Current market situation, yeah, opium, bit of a problem, ammunition still a bit of a problem. Clothes also not helping with the standard of living. Yeah, but I think I will just try and go for a war. But first let's change those taxes. Okay, so probably transportation and then luxury goods, I guess. Guess tea is the next idea. Yeah, I just want to avoid taxing the lower classes for some time at least. Which ends up with actually more money in the end, so that's good. Yeah, you need to basically to check the way I do consumption taxes is every now and then I just remove all of them and then pick the most efficient ones again. It seems I haven't done it in a while though. So okay, that's done, and now the next consideration is going to war against Great Britain, I think. Unless I go for Macau first. I think I will go for Hong Kong and try to maybe get the recognition out of it as well. Those armies are all skirmishers. Pretty much no artillery, but that's fine. Am I producing any cannons actually? I am just a few, which is fine with my numbers. Great Britain has... yeah, they actually have way lower numbers, which now that I don't have the super great penalties that China gets from the start of the game, it should actually go pretty well. British Raj doesn't have that great numbers as well. So even if they join, that's not necessarily a tragedy. So yeah, I guess I will just try and retake the treaty port against Great Britain. A lot of people hate both of us. Why do they hate? I guess they just hate me. Yeah, but luckily nobody really likes Great Britain as well, so that should be fine. It might be possible that I will have to... actually, what I'm working on, iron mines, always good, railways, always good, more universities, probably a pretty good idea as well. So that's why I might have to stop construction during the war to prevent going into debt again. So we have all of their puppets, which is unfortunately including British Raj and so on, but that should be fine, maybe, we'll see. So let's see, if I force recognition... yeah, this was the question, because from what I've heard, it's enough if you occupy the war goal, the state that's a war goal, to get the recognition war goal fulfilled as well. But in this situation, when it's a treaty port, I'm not sure. I will try and see how it goes. And I don't really think I need anything else. Luckily, because Tibet is a vassal, that means that they are not joining this war, and I don't have a land border with British Raj, which I think is... I mean, technically Tibet was a bit of a... Qing did have a bit more loose control over Tibet, but at the same time, I think when I started playing like half a year ago, it was integrated, so I think they did it as on purpose to prevent Raj from going into Qing. So we will definitely need pretty huge numbers and probably a good number of conscripts as well. I might also check the mobilization laws. Probably don't really need anything for the recovery rate or morale, but maybe the extra supplies. This would mean I would have a problem with ammunition, but probably should be fine for the most part. Okay, I will deal with the generals in a second as well. So definitely need to have troops on the defensive as well. We'll also see what the British decide to do, because it might be that they decide to just pretty much sit. They are fighting a war in Canada, and they are winning pretty handily. The French are not doing anything, which I've seen AI actually do quite a bit, that they are not acting. Like when they are helping someone, they're not sending a lot of their troops to help, which we are actually hoping happens now as well. I only have one general. Yeah, I guess with the standard of living, the expected, the life expectancy in China is not that high. You definitely want to avoid landowners as much as possible. Also want a decent number of generals in most places. Okay, let's pick one of those. Basically, I think I want the military to have all the generals if possible, and then everyone else. Unfortunately, it's not always an option. Yeah, those guys will need a lot of capacity for troops. Should be enough for now, and I always can get even more conscripts. Like, I have a ton of conscripts available. I have professional army because I got a good movement for it, so that's also a good thing. And maybe I move them to the front or... Let's see what the enemy AI does. They should be all on the offensive. Yeah, because everyone was dead. And yeah, it is quite expensive. Also need to raise the wages. So I think I will pause construction for the time being. Let the private industry do their thing for a while. They do have a lot of money, because it's all the nobles from sustenance farms paying into the investment pool because of the agrarianism. Oh, Korea is helping. They have 100 battalions. That's actually pretty decent. And here come the British troops. They actually don't have full skirmish infantry. Yeah, we have very similar stats. And I should have far greater numbers. Well, if they send all of their troops to me, that might be a problem. Yeah, I think their war is over here. No, it's still ongoing now. The French are still... Yeah, the French have a war goal on India, and the Brits want to West Indies, which are being occupied. Yeah, West Indies are being occupied, but it's the humiliation. Let's see, can France go below 0? I think they can, but it's going to be a long time. So at least something is going to be occupying them. So that's good. Yeah, let's just move those guys to the front line. I'm not sure if I need all of this protection, to be honest, from naval invasions. Because when the AI has land border, they tend to focus on the land border. Okay, this is actually pretty ideal. Because I can get Saxon exchange, make the landlords like me more, and also decrease their strength. This is actually perfect. Damn. Too bad they actually lost the 1 point they had from liking me, but still pretty good. There's more Brits coming. And the thing is, those are... Yeah, a lot of those are colonial troops, so they might be out of the war pretty quickly, depending on how things go. And we are already fighting. They want a ton of land and also land fang. Actually, I wouldn't mind giving them land fang because it's annoying to manage their civil wars. Yeah, I'm not some of those might not even be that strong. Like Orissa, for example. They do have skirmish as well. Okay, let's see how the fights start. We don't need too many wins. They all are skirmish infantry, that's annoying. Still, our number... Yeah, the numbers are actually not fully replenished from the fighting. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And, okay, it's not looking too bad. They are withdrawing those troops. They are not starting any naval engagements. Well, naval landings. SIAC wants a trade agreement. I don't think I care about SIAC. Okay. That's a good start. I don't think one battle will be enough to take Hong Kong, despite it being only one province. I'm pretty sure I will need more. Yep. Like 2 more, maybe even 3, depending on how it goes, but it's going really well for the time being. Which is a really good sign, because that means in the future the following wars with great powers, yeah, they're just not even using all of their troops that much. They don't really care. And they are even trying to attack as well, which is just perfect. They are losing a lot of manpower. Pretty good KD ratio. Even on attack we have a positive KD ratio, which is pretty good. Okay, this is going to be another battle done as soon as we finish those. Yeah, the thing is, the less troops there are, it seems the battles go slower, but this one was actually pretty decent. These numbers are pretty close, but we seem to be pushing nevertheless. The numbers are not going down that much, but they are also getting reinforcements pretty much constantly. Some of those with pretty good numbers, but yeah, they're trying to attack, which is really good for us. I might send some reinforcements, and if they're not trying to do naval invasions. This is pretty close, and some of them are starting to go into default, which is really good. Okay, I think we're going to have this one. And now this one as well. Okay, so this has much better numbers. Like, the way the game calculates numbers of troops that participate in the battles is just magic to me. Like, I have no clue how it works. Like, here you can see that the Hong Kong infrastructure is 19, but it gives minus 200 to them and minus 300 to me, and I got an American advantage at front plus 15. Low concentrations of battalions across the length of front. What? This is the tiniest front possible. So I got this. I'm not sure why I was going for it. I wasn't. It was just researching on its own. Getting the shell gun. I guess I'm trying to get into the next military age. And yeah, going for the next production method in barracks, which is actually a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea from me from like the 1 week ago or so. Okay, this is going pretty good. I was kind of afraid of what Great Britain might be doing. They are sending reinforcements pretty much constantly, but I don't think it's going to matter. Like, a bigger issue would be they are sending a ton of troops actually, but they might not be arriving on time at this point. Yeah, this battle is pretty much locked in, and after that it's they're going to get pushed out of China. And then they can try naval invasions, but I will have a ton of troops protecting everything. I will need to send some to Korea as well, actually. A debate again, which is actually the same event that I just got, which is really good. Exactly what I need. Perfect. It might even increase my chances for homesteading in the nearby future. Need to send some of my troops here. Maybe the smaller stack towards here. Mechanized workshops, which does give me some more production methods. Economy of scale building level cap, which is really good for me because in my buildings with super high population I'm actually reaching the economy of scale cap pretty quickly. So let's check those production method. I'm pretty sure I just want them. So furniture, textiles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just want them. And yeah, automation might wait a little bit. Okay, so we got this done. Does that mean that they're going below 0? I think that's it. They have 25% radicals in their population. They will probably occupy Lanfang, but yeah, good luck actually landing. Which is the province? Wait, can they actually... But Tibet is part of this war. But somehow there's no front line between Tibet and Raj. Wait, how does that work? Huh? What? I'm very oh, there's impossible terrain there. Okay. I didn't realize that, but that's good. It's fine. Just finish this. Yeah, looks like we're good. It looks like it's actually time to begin the anti-colonialism part of the campaign, because now that I can win against Great Britain, that means it's open season, pretty much, and I will probably have to increase my navy, and then I will be joining a lot of... France actually got this. Hot damn. They probably negotiated a peace and got a province in India. And this is actually probably, yeah, 2 million population, 5% GDP increase. Not too bad. And the Great Britain got the West Indies. I mean, in terms of efficiency, probably not a good trade, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened during negotiations. Though maybe not in the late 19th century. Like back in the day, people used to care way more about those islands than pretty much any other colony. But at late 19th century probably wouldn't happen. There's some more revolts. Austria's still struggling with this one. Is Romania also part of this? Yeah. Austria actually managed to create their own little bloc with some good friends. Sardinia, PMO as well. Are they all part of... Yeah. Romania is part of Russian market, but somehow... And 2 Sicilies are part of Ottoman market. That's interesting. Greece is part of their own. Austria expanded their market quite aggressively into South Germany. Okay, got a better tech for artillery, though. Yeah, I guess might as well. Doesn't really matter that much. Rifles, that's actually a pretty important one. I got a ton of stuff. I probably would want more tech if possible, thank you. This is a good question. Trade unions don't matter much, but to be honest, neither do industrialists at the moment. What do literati want? Yeah, no, you guys are not getting that. No way. So if you only could get this quickly, please, so I can remove my unacceptable government, it would be ideal, and kick those guys out of 60 for homesteading. That's more and more interesting. Yeah, this is probably going to be a priority right after freedom of conscience is done, and then we pray I don't get a civil war from the landowners. So it would probably remove them, cut a ton of their clout from this. Oh, interesting, they're not invading my mainland because they're going for Lanfang, which by all means. Hawaii, I think they're already asking for alliance. Oh, here they go. Trying to go, oh no, for the capital. Forgot about the capital on the coast. Yeah, I'm about nervous about this because I've had a bug where I was repelling every invasion, but still somehow in the game logic it kind of counted as my capital being occupied. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I do have pretty good numbers here, and they're only sending 46 battalions. Tibet has 50, and they actually fully mobilized. Well, thank you for that, I guess. Can I get better explosives? Yeah, probably for the best. It will balance it out eventually, I'm pretty sure. And private construction is... yeah, it's doing their stuff. I was confused for a second there. And yeah, they're actually keeping 100 of construction on their own. Pretty sweet. I don't even have to spend it, I'm using all of my construction. Not for long though, they are spending £500,000 every month, so let's actually try to resume my own construction for a bit and see how the cash flow looks like. That's yeah, that's quite a bit down, but I can tank it for a bit. I have almost 30 million in reserve. Now the thing is, even if it was possible for me to go below 0, that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad, because actually I'm losing way less than the Brits are. And they got a good thing going, because I'm losing... I got more casualties, because their casualties actually went to their vassals, which means less war exhaustion, but even that... stall. Actually pretty annoying. I had a 2.5 bigger chance of success, and of course no success, instead of twice the bait and the stall. Minus 10% would be pretty bad. I guess I just have to go for -5 and pray to get some better debates. I might go for Portugal instantly next. Portugal is in their own market. They are no longer connected to Great Britain. They have some irrelevant allies. Trucial states are their protectorate? Now, how did that happen? I will never know. But all of that is actually pretty good, because that means... oh, those guys are... they lost their general. But at the same time they're not fighting, so that's fine. Don't want more generals if I don't need them. So actually going for Macau might be much easier. Might just have to mobilize like 2 armies instead of all of them. Are they actually going to try and make the landing or not? Okay, the army is coming right now. The AI does the naval invasions pretty weirdly sometimes. Like, sometimes what they do is, after losing the first battle, instead of going for more battles, they kind of reset the naval landing. I'm not sure if a player can even do that easily, but AI has ways. Like, they have ways to have more than 4 generals for an army. Okay, that's going really badly for them. And it is British troops, which is really good, because that means their war exhaustion is going to be increasing because of the losses. Not that they would have to be losing a ton of troops, but over the time... okay, this army got zeroed. Yeah, they're not making this naval landing with this group. Damn. I might even... probably would be able to fight with Russia, maybe even on just quality. Let's see, what are they using? So many windows. Skirmish, unfortunately. Still, I would probably win with Russia. Good thing I don't need to. What would be really nice now is getting some successes on this law, so I can start moving on homesteading while the landowners I mean, ideally they would be at 11, but still, because they're gonna get -20 from removing serfdom. I'll see. Let's see if the interest group guys have any interesting. No, there's some Democrats, which is interesting for the bureaucrats, but other than that, they're all royalists or traditionalists of all the most powerful groups. Korea is in default, so they might actually not be in this war for too long. But I don't think they can be. Can they be sent? Hey, Marius. Beating up on Great Britain looks. Turns out it's much easier than expected in the end. Just want to continue cracking down on Protestantism, I guess, for the time being. Once I get rid of both of those, they stop being able to send missionaries. So this might be... -2 standard of living, -200 authority, which is a bit annoying. Everyone dislikes me a bit less. Do I get a retreat on the progress bar? No. Still probably for the best to do this, I think. Orthodox does not have trade Christian. What? Oh, I see. So it doesn't count Russia in this. Oh, same, Marius. I haven't been streaming the last few days because I didn't have a voice to do it, actually. Only now starting to feel a bit better. Okay, Great Britain is in the negatives. Actually, it won't be that long before they finally capitulate. And yeah, and this naval landing is not going anywhere. Another debate. Hopefully, it's something decent. I really would like something that makes the landowners like me more. So I think I will go just for the middle option. Nah, Friday is fine. Unless you're very sick. But 2 days to recover, it's fine. Unless it's like the going to toilet kind of disease. That's usually a bit more of an issue. Yeah, Great Britain just chilling with their 500,000 troops. Some of those are from India, they just went on vacation. Yeah, other AI is not doing much. Yeah, the interesting thing is France supported one of the Canadas in the revolution. In the end it got annexed. Oh my god, actually Great Britain got a ton of Canada, including Oregon. That's something new that happened. And Ontario, which I think isn't this like the most populous, maybe outside of... Yeah, this is actually the most populous province in Canada. It got annexed by Great Britain. But France supported Canada. And then France wanted to get a province in India, and Great Britain wanted to take from France their Caribbean islands. And they got a deal in the end, I guess. Yeah, that was very... Usually when they join the revolutions, or like revolts, they join on the status quo side. So for example, Austria had a civil war and a ton of nations in their surroundings joined to help them. So Romania, Sardinia, Piedmont, Bavaria. But yeah, this was actually a first one for me as well, to see the revolution actually work. But that's probably going to be my game plan once I build up a navy, put interest over all of Africa, and then support all of the revolutions against the Europeans as a way of decolonization. Also, the Raj has revolutions pretty regularly, so I will probably support them against Great Britain as well. I hope that me removing consumption taxes on grain and opium would help the standard of living quite quickly, but doesn't seem to be the case. Orissa is now in default. This war is costing people. Also, I need to be really careful not to go into any debt myself. They're going for number 2. Well, it's going to end up being a number 2 because those numbers are not even close. Wait, they don't even have enough ships. Oh no, I guess it doesn't. No, you need enough ships during the naval landings, right? They don't have enough ships. Okay, what do we have here? So this is a 50-50. I get enough approval from landowners to not get them instantly pissed when I try to enact homesteading. Or I get them liking me less, but less power as well. Let's try. Okay, got good luck. At this point I'm actually kind of thinking about just stopping this one because this is going very slowly. And it would be better to just go and try to enact homesteading. Yeah, let's continue hitting those Protestants. Korea is in default again. I will finish this war and I think I will switch to homesteading and see how it goes. Let's see if I get something from being recognized as well, because that's also a possibility with Qing. There might be some events or something. Okay. Recognized, number 2 GP. Yeah, feels good. I stabilized, so that means a point in the journal, I guess. Yeah. So that's good. 2 is much better than 3 points. Though, still I need to conclude the Boxer Rebellion, which I have no clue how it works at all. And also stamp out monarchism. Which, if I abolish monarchy, I get advance. When will I get the journal entry for stamp out monarchism? I'm actually not sure. It doesn't show up anywhere in here. So I guess I will just wait. Yeah, now I need to... Yeah, hit on Portugal, I guess. They might even just accept it, to be honest. Let's start getting those. Do I want to reduce autonomy, to be honest? I mean, they are already my colors, so... Oh, they changed because I got recognized, so they are the minions now, instead of the closest. I would be actually considering to keep them their own color, but since they're already yellow like me, that might as well just lower it for more money. And I also have Lanfang, which, fine, I guess, whatever. I really don't like them because they have civil wars constantly. And now let's go for Portugal and see what they think about me. They might accept. Germany might help them. Ottomans, Spain. People love Portugal. Macron will join for sure, and Kutai. Still, I think Germany is pretty weak. Ottomans are pretty weak, obviously. Yeah, so that should be good. They are a great power though, so they're not that weak. I guess Bohemia and West Galicia is not nothing. 300 billion GDP, so it's the line is going up pretty steadily still. Germany has higher GDP than United States, despite being in a pretty rough state. And yeah, all of those German miners have civil wars. probably is not going to help with their GDP. Communist Schwarzburg is actually... They are probably going to win this. Yep, there's going to be Communist Saxony. Pretty early as well. I was thinking, yeah, United States are also not having a great game. It might be still a bit early, they might start to jump. They are a great power. But I would expect their GDP to be a bit higher. They are barely above Austria, and Austria lost Bohemia, which is their best state. Which is, yeah, 4 million, and 1.4 here as well. Yeah, let's see what Portugal does. They are not going to stand down, unfortunately. Let's see who joins to support them. I don't really want anything from them. I could, but I don't have any navy, so that would be annoying. There are people who would accept my sways. Japan would. What do they want? Japan, and who else? And Austria-Hungary. Well, Austria. Spain joined. Okay. I really don't think it's helping you guys. I mean, Spain, of course, has pretty good navy for not being great power, a pretty good army for not being great power, and navy is not bad as well. Bigger than Austria, United States, Germany. Damn, number 4. Honestly, pretty good, but still, did they join like their? Did Spain actually get something out of this? It doesn't seem like it. Because Portugal has trucial states for some reason, so they could possibly get something, but not for now. Guess I will mobilize one more army, but still that's... For now they haven't moved any troops in here. And yeah, it's probably for the best to try and stop this and then go for the risky play. Kick out those guys. And see what happens if I go for this. 65% is pretty good. 73 now. They are at Iceland. They will join and oppose it. I'm pretty sure they will. Well, maybe not if they're... Well, it's going to be stall because they are in government, but maybe they're not going to leave the government, which would be good enough for me. Because I have super high legitimacy with them. 70%, that's really good. And that would also mean 16 million more loyalists. Pretty nice. So it's just going to be Spain and Portugal, yeah. They're not going to be doing that well. Okay, out of interest, what would those people want? Obligation enough? Damn. Vietnam does like me a little bit. And it's the only one. Everyone else, I guess, lost interest in the region or something. Okay. Pretty good. Are trade unions? No, trade unions are not in. But yeah, getting that would be a big step in changing the situation, to be honest. And instant success, great. Yeah, I'm capped at 60. Though I'm actually doing that for the stream reason. I could go to like over. I think my monitor goes to 240, which is kind of, I don't really like it, but that was the only possible option. 240 is a bit too much, but for stream I go to 60, and I mean I could go to 30, but I don't think there's a need for it. I think it works well enough. I mean, would it really matter? Because the FPS is dependent on the graphic cards, and I think the speed of the simulation is dependent on your processor. So I guess it would be more fluid, but would it increase the speed of the game? I'm not sure. Spain did send a decent amount of troops, like half their army. No, it's Spain and Portugal here, but still that's not all of their troops. Maybe all Portuguese troops, yeah, they even mobilized a little bit, but Spain is giving the majority of their army tucked in. Another success. This is going to be super quickly because with the high legitimacy as well, we are getting minus 25% enactment time. So yeah, this might be a super quick slam dunk. Yeah, good night, Marius. It's late night streams here with Byzantic. For Europeans at least. It looks like there's going to be a need for only 2 battles, I guess? No, it's going to be 4 most likely. Still, once the first one is done, their numbers are not having enough time to recover, and I have more than enough troops. Okay, if I get homesteading, that's really good. Also, I need to make sure I don't go into that. Still dangerously close. And yeah, it's done. And homesteading as well. Got an achievement, which I would think I already have, but fine. So this is really good. Unfortunately, that's going to strengthen rural folk, which I don't like, because I just don't like them in a lot of ways. But still, they are at the landowners now are minus 14. Because of the radicals, I guess. But should they get... Well... Yeah, the loyalists went into reducing the number of radicals, which is still good enough, I suppose. This is a bit of a risky situation, but they did lose a lot of clout from this, so that's good. Maybe some alternative set of government would be difficult, maybe possible. Okay, so this opens up things a little bit at least. Could think about migration control though. Yeah, I would have to put industrials into government somehow. I definitely want to do something about the religion. Though people really don't care about it, it's just intelligentsia. And rural folk oppose it, which are they traditionalists or something? Yep. Even yeah, the Confucian scholars wouldn't care about me reducing the religious things. Petit bourgeoisie are in power. That's something new. Guess they got enough clout from landowners. Yeah, let's wait a bit and see. Definitely don't want consumption-based taxation. Are you crazy? You guy, you're leaving. We're going home. Definitely don't want consumption-based taxation. That's absolutely for sure. Mostly I might just lower the wages a little bit. Yep. Let's see. They are going to try and make a landing, obviously. I'll just keep my troops in here. They're actually trying to land with more troops than they had defending Hong Kong. Well, maybe they were reinforcing or something? Or is it another army? It's another army. They are only now moving. There's some big war going on. I'm gonna... They actually have an interesting way to go there. So here we have a Banjar revolt. and the civil war in East Indies. I think I will wait it out because I just don't have a navy for the time being, which is going to be annoying. Ooh, Great Britain is going for Indochina. Now, this one I might... It's just treaty port though. Banning slavery, that's fine. If they were trying to take something more or maybe make them protectorate, I would intervene, but I don't think it's worth the effort now. I mean, if they actually wanted to become my protectorate, that's... Okay. Nah, they don't want to become my subject. So fine, don't. They want tenant farmers. I mean, maybe I just try to play them. Definitely don't want to actually go for tenant farmers. The landlords would actually like commercialized agriculture, which will be probably ideal. Yeah, let's give them the petition and then not care about it. And yeah, they are still losing clout. That's good, that's good. Everyone is gaining. The Confucian scholars are actually going quite high. Got a better production method for the art academy. Oh wait, it's in urban buildings. And also, yeah, I always go for independent artists, though honestly, is it that good? Like, intelligence is not... Maybe bourgeoisie patronage would be better. Because that means more employment in general. So maybe that's... No, it means less clerics, more academics. Yeah, maybe bourgeoisie patronage is just better. More art, more better. The consumption-based taxation still has a pretty huge support, unfortunately. Guess from the pops. Why do they love it so much? I mean, it does mean less taxation, I guess. Do I get authority from this? Just out of curiosity. It does give you minus 50% consumption tax cost, which is interesting. I could also go for per capita taxation with a pretty good chance to get it, though that would mean landowners would hate me even more. So maybe not for the time being. Also not the best support for proportional taxation. So I will wait for the landowners to cool a little bit and then probably start pushing other things. Oh, they want per capita taxation as well. Which would be interesting, but I think I would prefer to wait a little bit and go for proportional. For the time being, it's not that big of a difference, but... Wait, is my construction going? Oh, I'm just finished with it. Okay, that's interesting. Didn't expect that would happen so quickly. It's okay, I need tools, apparently. Okay, the standard of living is finally going up a little bit at least. So that's a bit of a win, and overall the market is actually looking pretty well. The tools are a bit expensive, but other than that, it's actually looking quite good, which is surprising. So yeah, let's get some tools where there's a ton of peasants somewhere. Yeah, why not here? Let's make it a ton, of course, because that's how the Chinese economy goes. And then probably would be good to get some more mines, because mines are always good, especially in places where there are few. There are unfortunately some states that are not really useful, so maybe I should max the mines there They're not going to be doing much, but they will bring people over slowly over time. And ideally I would want that to happen. So maybe I just do that. It might not be worth it, to be honest. But I think like the problem with China is going to be that I will be running out of resources over time. So, oh wait, the people cannot migrate anyway because I have closed borders. And that's going to continue for the for some time at least. So yeah, that's actually a bad idea. I need to remove all of those. It's going to be taking a while. Oh my god. I don't think there's any way to make it faster. That was a bad idea. Yeah, of course, because I have closed borders, that's not gonna help at all. There's no inner migration. It's not an issue for the time being. It's just I was thinking that maybe I could start moving people to places with resources. But if I can't, it's not a big deal. Put some sulfur, I guess. And some railway, maybe? Do I need anywhere? Yeah, I think those places, their issue is... No, they have enough people. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, landowners are getting a bit better, that's good. Ruler folk are now powerful. Not happy about that, but sure. As long as landowners go... if they stop being number one interest group, that would be ideal. What do I need for relaxation? Do I lack the tech? No, I just lack the interest in it. And in theory, I could get those guys in government. So it would be 20%. It would be -10 to landowners, so probably I need to wait a little bit. Okay, well, folk are number one. Yeah, so maybe I should start thinking about commercialized agriculture before those guys get out of hand. Actually, that would make the landowners like me significantly more. They would actually love it. And they would be only get slightly pissed. So this might be a priority. What do I need for commercialized agriculture? That's actually pretty close. I think I can wait. I'm doing okay on military, so I can wait with that, and I will prioritize getting all of this stuff. Let's see, a free tax with labor movement being almost done. And then go into mutual funds. It will also be +10% minting, which is always good, and publicly traded, which means a lot more capitalists, which is also not too bad. Damn, people really want to change taxes in either way, but they really want it. Wow, actually the radicals got so much down. Yeah, it's because of the standard of living increasing. It increased not to a higher standard, but from where it was, it actually increased a ton, which means, yeah, it was a huge change. Oh, Portugal is out. It's now just Spain, and yeah, they just want land, but they are okay with white peace. So yeah, let's white peace Spain. Okay, the wars are over. I got rotary. I think that's an automation tech, right? Yeah, don't care about that. Probably for a long time. I actually am curious if I will be able to remove peasants from China entirely. Because I'm not entirely sure I will be able to. Okay, so that's done. Let's see if I can now remove. I can expel Christian missionaries. Oh, I got a ton more authority because I've probably yeah, this guy grew up. So now he's a bigoted diplomat. Which I guess is not too bad. I don't have that much discrimination going on, so that's fine. He's not really popular, but that's okay as well. I'm interested in who's going to be the next heir. So losing 200 authority for 5 years, not too much of an issue. Losing standard of living for Catholics, Protestants and Orthodox, not much of an issue. There shouldn't be that many of them anyways. Yeah. Wait, that's 4 million, only 1%. Even less. Yeah, barely any Catholics. Barely any Jews. And they are Orthodox. Who even are they? They're actually Han Orthodox. That's... and they're not doing too well. Yeah, the 14 laborers might not be here for a long time. And they're working in the port, I guess. Which that does make sense. That the people at the port would be converted first. And yeah, let's, I think, just go for it. And see what happens. The mission got completed. Which I at least guess means that... Wait, what? Oh, there's not enough occupancy in my art buildings, I guess. Right? Is that the problem? Yeah, they seem to be struggling a little bit. I'm not sure why, to be honest. Maybe it's because those places don't really have enough pops in the first place, which is possible. Maybe I should just build a ton of them somewhere, so I can get that bonus to tech. And probably not too bad of an idea. The need for art is going to be probably increasing because it's entirely dependent on pop demands. Once the price for art goes down, more pops are probably going to be using it, which will cause the demand to increase again. So we'll see how it works. It's a pretty rough idea, but might work. Trucial bourgeoisie revolt in Portugal, well, in Trucial states. And Siam is getting their ass kicked as expected. They are not losing anything, well, except for Treaty Port, which is fine. I don't really care about that. Also, I need to... actually, I can add one more consumption tax. I have a ton of authority, actually. I guess monarchy autocracy does that for you. So I guess it would be tobacco at this point, but it's not even worth that much money. Maybe I should go for groceries, but that's removing 2 of those. Not really worth it. I guess I'm just fine with losing some authority pretty soon. Let's pause those for a little bit. Okay, got shrapnel artillery, that's good. Not that I use much artillery currently, but that's fine. I have 1 building for it. I guess I can still upgrade the army that has them. Oh wait, actually, what is my current navy tech? Oh yeah, I will be able to get ironclads pretty soon, which I will probably... yeah, that's going to be the next priority, probably. Getting the ironclad units and ports better. Better ports. I want to do a bit more trading. Let's actually see. There's something good I could export. Not ammunition would be nice to export. Clippers, I guess I have a ton of them for the time being. Should be pretty cheap. I have a ton of bureaucracy for that stuff, so Russia apparently needs a ton of coal. I can provide that. Engines. People want engines. Sure. Dynamite. Why not? All of this is just more employment for my pops. That's not peasants, so that's pretty much always good. Market. Null state. Okay, that's interesting. Wait, furniture. I don't really want to sell furniture because that means it's harder for my pops to buy it. I can export glass because I'm not really using it for anything, and I'm overproducing it pretty much from the start of the game. People just want different taxes. What? I think I can sell a bit of grain because the price is pretty cheap anyways. Yeah, I think I will be starting to run out of convoys pretty soon, but that's fine. Iron. Everyone wants iron. Some people want lead, a little bit of it at least. Paper, not that much. Silk, a ton of silk people want. So let's try selling a bit of it. Weapons. Sure. Spain, you want my steel? Just kicked your ass, but maybe you want to trade a little bit. Okay, that's a ton of trade. We'll see how much of this I would be able to actually support. Trade with Ottoman Empire, sure. Okay, so I will now have a Democrat in charge of the intelligentsia, which, okay. Fine. Landowners are really collapsing, that's good to see. Well, it is a bit annoying in that the legitimacy of my government is going to be more difficult to maintain. Okay, I could get 2 of those and then I will have a pretty good chance to pass the tax law. I think I will go for it. Yeah, 34%. I don't think getting armed forces in is possible. Yeah. Yeah. Still good enough, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, the landowners are going to be opposing it. It's only 70%. They are at -10. They should be growing to like me a bit more. And maybe this will remove all of those movements for different taxations, hopefully. Because it is starting to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, this is generating 500,000 radicals every month, which is not terrible, but you can actually probably a big chunk of those decreases in loyalists. Yeah, the vast majority of radicals are coming from political movements. Wait, so they just disbanded and then recreated themselves immediately. Okay. Just another revolution here. That doesn't really matter because I would ideally want to support revolutions that want to create independent states, independent from Europeans, of course. Okay, we'll see how it goes. The good thing is there's 0% for debate and 50% for advance, which is almost always good events. There is the ticking bomb of government petition, and because I have a pretty low legitimacy of my government currently, the ticks for the law are going to be taking a long time. Is it 150 days? Yeah, almost. Which is very annoying, but there's not much I can do when the monarch is a landowner and their legitimacy is going down. Also with autocracy you get a penalty to mixed parties. Yeah, government ideology penalty. So this is all a problem, but hopefully... I mean, I don't honestly even need the taxation that much, but I just hope it removes all of those movements. At least somewhat. We'll see how it goes. Okay, got labor movement. one of my companies losing prosperity. I got an available. I could send the expedition to find Nile. I mean, I could try to do it to remove some of my commanders. Let's see if I have any explorers. Or maybe I could just remove one of those opium addicts. Advanced, nice. +1 standard of living for lower strata. That's -3 my minimum expected for all of Qing. Or get +20. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I will take +1. I'm not sure if it's worth it, because that means that eventually that +1 is going to go down, which will reverse my increase in loyalists. But then in 5 years, so that's also something. Oh yeah, I was looking for an explorer. Doesn't seem like there's one so far. Oh, surveyor, that might be good enough. Okay, let's maybe send Liao Zheng, I think how you pronounce it. And maybe it will... Okay, it's not an option. And it actually costs quite a bit. Innovative, cautious. Cautious might be good. Yeah, let's try with this one. I probably should have checked what's his interest group, but whatever. I really want, yeah, all of the top 3 interest groups are either royalists or traditionalists, which is very annoying and doesn't help me in the slightest. How are my trade routes doing? Exporting a ton of iron to Brazil and Russia, and basically only exporting, which I think is fine. And some of those are not really beneficial, so let's remove them. Expedition embarks. Onwards! Do I actually want to import anything? I guess I could import like opium at this point. This would probably help my lower strata the most, because my Han pops are obsessed with opium. This might be actually, like, I might start importing opium willingly. Yeah, why not? Now that I think about it, why not? Let's maximize all of those so I get the most I can from land trade. Oh, Japan joined French market. Sure. I probably could use more ports. How many ports can I build? I have actually maxed out. Oh damn. It is pretty early in the game, so the tech will increase quite a bit, and also I will get more spaces to build ports, but this is actually surprising. A beetle in hand. Beetle-eared. Sure. If this means this guy dies faster, that's probably for the best. Don't really want to strengthen armed forces. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Probably I would, out of all the others, probably would have wanted to increase them. They have, the abolitionist guy has absolutely nothing to do actually, because there's no serfdom and there's no slavery in Qing, which is one of the few good things you can say about China currently, but well, I mean, things are improving. I think I don't have any perils, so might as well push on and see how it goes. Now it would be nice to be getting some successes, because each advance, even though it gives me bonus to success, it also means another 150 days waiting. And we are past the almost past the halfway point of the campaign. Japan's GDP is not booming like mine. Actually gained 50 million GDP since last time I checked, which is about the same GDP as United States currently, which did overtake Germany, but also didn't increase that much, honestly. Among Us. Probably continue. United States, despite gaining pops quite quickly, they're not really increasing their GDP per capita. Like, they're not far off from Russia in GDP per capita, so probably not what they would usually want. And those guys are revolting. Of course, hasn't yet happened this session, but had to happen at some point. I should restart construction. Unexpected guess. I can... Yeah, I don't care about Norway. Are there even... They're not even independent. Yeah, they're under personal union still. What is going on? Oh, they're offering support. No, I think I can handle it. For a state. Yeah, no thanks. They are part of North German market, so how is the North German market looking? Not great, actually. It's only Scandinavia. Are those guys still colonies? No, somehow that communist revolution lost. I have no clue how that happened. And yeah, actually I don't want you to be in the outline. Is Great Britain actually going to be annexing this one? Yep, that's going to be another... not even that much population for India, but you can see Great Britain is annexing those states, and it's going to be adding up over time. So Great Britain is going for... AI is going for a pretty good play, like the best play AI can do, which usually makes the... they're offering again. No. Great Britain is probably the only play Great Britain can... It's probably the strongest AI can get if Great Britain starts annexing states in India. Haven't seen... Maybe if United States have a really good game, though last two times I've seen they've been really not doing that well. And there's an issue. Looking for local guys. Let's try to find them. And yeah, progress. Lost all my legitimacy. I can work with that. Okay, that's a success. So in 1 out of 4 situations we might just get it in the next year, but I'm not sure. And this is quite a bit of a deficit. It wouldn't be an issue if I could go into debt, but I actually can't. Electricity, which is really not needed for the time being. I really cannot go into debt because of the journal. So I guess that just doesn't change anything. How many peasants do I have still? Population... a lot. I mean, laborers are significant, but it's not even close. I mean, I could hire someone, but I think they're going to be doing fine anyway. Yeah, it's already over. You guys can demobilize. Yeah, maybe actually the working on opium is going to help my port strata the most. You can see that standard of living is still increasing. I could even, at this point, now that the Lanons are much weaker, rural folk are quite strong, but I think I can work with that. I could just start making more opium for myself. Not that I have actually that many provinces that can make opium, but maybe it would be a good idea. I mean, I assume that private construction is building opium all the time, and not that much actually. But they're barely building any agriculture. How is my investment pool doing? Actually, it's going down. It had like 20 million at the start of the session, if I recall, so it's going down. Still, their reinvestments is almost 500,000, so that's pretty significant as well. And actually, yeah, I'm running out. Let's try to lower the price of opium in China, which is a bold strategy, considering there's been an entire war about me trying to remove the import of it, but let's see how it goes. Should focus on Sichuan. Let's get like 50 of those in there. The Han Chinese, okay, that's done. Nice. They still love opium, right? Yeah. How about Min? Okay, it's only Han, that's interesting. Another advance. It's another one. I'll just go for 20, I guess, at this point. I just want to get it done because of the lower legitimacy. It's probably hurting me the most when it comes to radicals. I mean, not as much as the movements, but still. One thing is losing the radicals, but also the possible loyalists you can get from high legitimacy are also significant. France is going into more expansion in Africa. Still no navy to oppose them. Should probably be my next no, but I need the tech for ships. And I'm getting mutual funds pretty soon actually, so that's good. Unfortunately not getting the best tech from military from self-spreading. I guess at least it's in the navy. I want monitors rather than torpedo boats because I think monitors have a better upgrade path because the upgrades for navy are really annoying. And as long as I can get anything, I can hunt. Let's try hunting. What a disaster. Failed. Oh, okay. I lost in the last I think it was the last event that was going to happen. Okay, per capita taxation they gave up, so there's at least one of those gone. Those guys might still hang out because this is like a retroactive tech, retroactive law, so going back. Landowners are powerful again. They might be going into second spot pretty soon. Would probably want to actually focus on removing state religion pretty soon. I'm also interested in when is the Boxer Rebellion going to happen, or the Stamp Out Monarchism? Like there's not here. Am I supposed to just start trying to remove monarchism and just eat the unity penalty? I mean, maybe. North Germany is trying to get Oldenburg back. Let's see how those... Oh, they actually got Saxony already. Prussian uprising is just a country. It's fighting Bavaria. Oh yeah, it's part of Bavaria, of course. Yeah, those states are not doing too bad when it comes to their... well, Bremen has GDP per capita. Yeah, actually, some of those places, considering their population, are not doing that great. And air. So that's going to be advance. Okay, another one of those. Okay, 97%. Watch me get a stall on the next roll. But let's look at the air. He's a Confucian scholar Democrat. I mean, it's better than traditionalist, but him being Confucian scholar is pretty bad. Because I think they're going to be losing a ton of clout pretty soon. Yeah, let's see, how's the opium? Opium is going down, but engines are actually going up in price. Probably need more opium, to be honest. To solve my problems with radicals, if I could increase my standard of living quite a bit. Also having some population growth would be probably good. Oh, there's an issue with market access here. Makes sense. Let's get like a ton. And now a bit more opium. And a bit more in those as well, why not? And then more engines somewhere. 5 million in Jiangxi still. That should be good for a while. But also can I carry it for 22 more weeks? Yeah, but I need to pay attention. Don't want to go into that. Definitely not. Even the landowners are starting to like me okay. But this is going to end pretty soon once this happens. Minus 15, oof. Yeah, they're going to hate it. Still they get a +5 base because of the laws still. I don't think monarchy and autocracy is changing anytime soon. Appointed bureaucrats probably as well. Yeah, I want the railways to be done probably first. Don't really care about the continuing construction in other aspects. But railway is a bit of a priority. Radical Portugal. Man, this radical. They're actually a decent democracy. Germany is expanding. Okay, now just one more. It's only one chance to get a stall in this. And they're going against the Netherlands. What is the goal? In this one. Luxembourg, and they are opening Dutch market. Okay, Germany is going for round 2 in uniting itself. The Austrian market is really strong in southern parts, so the Austria is probably pretty weak. Despite losing Bohemia and having much lower GDP, at least in army they're doing okay. Literacy is also pretty decent. Population is still higher for Austria. Denmark left the trade agreement because they joined Russian market, okay. And Scandinavia moved to Russian market as well. Egypt is the Russian market, of course. And Sikh Empire, that's a lot of pops, gotta say. Sikh Empire probably has not as much, but still 20 million, it's a ton of population. Yeah, they're almost in top 10. Yeah, I think I'm getting close to... Did I start the session with like 200 million GDP? And now I'm approaching 400. Casually getting another United States. 4 United States in one session. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I was a bit over 200,000 million. 200 million. Wait, one more week actually. And now let's regain a bit of money. Oh yeah, once I'm done with that I can increase taxes as well, which will increase my construction. Though the private sector can carry, and now they actually cannot. They're only using 700 construction. And the other consumption, the other tax movement actually got removed. Thank God, but they're back. God damn it. And with agitator as well. Land reformer. How about you support commercialized agriculture? I guess he's happy with what's there currently. Fine. Yeah, I am getting mutual funds now, so that's going to be what I need to weaken the rural folk a little bit and maybe get the trade unions in. Currently they have no clout, basically. Intelligentsia is on the way out as well, which is a bit annoying because okay, I got this is really good, but Intelligentsia is a bit annoying because I think they're the only ones who care. Even they don't care about weakening the church. Nobody cares about that. Really? Oh damn. I think even the only people who actually oppose it is the rural folk. At least the first stage, yeah. Even the religious interest group doesn't care about removing state religion. But it's just too many people not caring. I could get this. It's not really a priority. Let's actually take a look. So in 2 years I will be getting mutual funds. There's a ton of stuff that needs to be done. This is actually pretty decent. I probably will go for guaranteed liberties. Usually I go for National Guard, but because I really don't need more conscription rate, probably would be better to get more loyalists and less radicals. I don't think there's any support for any good institutions here. Actually, public schools might be doable with industrialists. There's no opposition, which means it would be pretty easy. Yeah, if I go for this, much better legitimacy as well. Oh, yeah, state religion. Forgot about that. Polos, don't really care. Too many people oppose this. Though it's slowly time to get more workforce ratio. Because workforce ratio is not only giving you more workers, which I don't necessarily need, but it would increase standard of living because there's more pops, more of the pops are actually working jobs that are giving decent money. And it's not possible to push anything in here. I mean, actually, yeah, I could slowly start thinking about laissez-faire actually. Though I would prefer to weaken the rural folk first. So probably I just wait for homesteading, I guess. And do I keep this government for the time being? I think I do. Yeah. And then get this one. And this would probably... Yeah, this will solve my issue with landowners being pissy about the petition. So they might be annoyed for a while, but they will come around, I think. They might leave the government, which would be annoying. But we'll see. Do I need to kick this guy as well? Yeah, I actually cannot, so never mind. Can I raise taxes? I can. So I definitely will. And hopefully I can resume construction. I can. Actually, with how little I'm losing, it might be possible that my income will continue to increase and I will actually be making money. Secession in Oceania. Now this is interesting because this is exactly the kind of thing I would want to support, but actually I don't have an interest there, so never mind. Yeah, need the navy. There's not that much time to be fighting the colonialists. Oh no, Great Britain is fighting in Gaza. How topical. Hey, how are trade routes doing? Yeah, actually the iron trade routes got way down. Coal import is going down as well. Opium, because I'm producing more of it myself. So now it's tools and coal being by far the most useful. Trade agreement with Austria. We already had like 2 of those, but fine. Hopefully you don't break it this time. And yeah, opium is helping in decreasing the price of opium is helping people live better. Okay, Looks like all the commercials light. Drugs are increasing your standard of living. It's actually kind of weird that in the logic of Victoria Free, it actually directly increases the quality of life of people, decreasing the price of drugs. I mean, it works the same as alcohol, but you know, having the entire thing for the opium wars going on, and now it's better for me to produce more opium myself. Like, am I the first? Yeah, I'm #1 producer of opium by far. Like, I'm producing more than the rest of the world combined. And Jambi Revolt. This is actually too small to be worth it to support, I think. There's something I want to do actually, but I forgot. So, guess never mind. I think I would like to keep the wages a bit higher. This is also increasing the standard of living a little bit. Probably, I mean, it would be ideal if I could start working on literacy, but I cannot get a better education because I have state religion, and I mean, using edicts is not really going to work out because I have so many states. So yeah, I guess there's not much I can do about it for the time being. Wait, yeah, schools need to remove the state religion, and there's no one who wants to decrease the power of religion. There was some positivist guy, but I guess... Ah yeah, it was the intelligentsia. That was the only reason they cared about removing religion from the government. Okay, got better naval bases. I mean, that's not bad. Better training, that's going to be really useful. Now the repeaters are spreading, which is not what I want. I want one of those two, but I mean, more tech spreading is more tech spreading. Actually, I'm in this era. Getting electricity is rather unlucky because there's a ton of stuff that would be more useful. For example, dynamite, reinforced concrete would be really good. Probably I should get that before the ports. Dynamite would be really nice. Getting access to rubber and economy of scale. Oh, that's all good stuff. Steel frame buildings as well. Not that I would switch to the different production method, but just all of those bonuses would be pretty nice. Getting more companies. Actually, I should take a look at my companies. Yeah, I think they're fine. Though getting this one. I need Steam Donkey. Okay, never mind. Because getting additional throughput to railway is pretty good from what I know. I could get the opium one. Probably, I don't think I will be getting building so many more of them. Also, I have quite a lot of construction now, so it's not that it matters that much. Though I have to say I haven't been adding any construction this session yet, which is usually a bad sign. Though at the same time, like usually I would be going into debt at this point pretty significantly. Especially I'm great power with pretty low interest, but just I cannot because of this journal entry. I have to keep an eye on it in the but I'm not sure when it's going to go away. Shouldn't the Boxer Rebellion already be happening? I thought it was around the 80s. Maybe I'm misremembering. Just hope it's like this not a thing that I have to do without getting any information from the game, because I'm doing, I think, pretty well as China overall. Not in GDP per capita, but still the standard of living is increasing, at least. And I'm not even that much behind in raw numbers. This place is pretty far away, but still. Okay, this is getting finished. Still quite far away from getting any navy. I guess I can still get more opium. Why does everyone want consumption-based taxation? What? Yeah, this province is producing exclusively opium. So, I mean, my pop is going to be increasing quite a bit, especially later in the game. And I don't think they're going to be losing their obsession with opium. If they are going to be losing that, that might be a bit of an issue, but not too bad actually, as well. It's like it's a huge issue. Bhutan is having a military revolt. That's actually quite rare, to be honest. Okay, and here comes the petition hitting me like a truck. But in a year I will hopefully solve this issue. And North Germany is trying again. Round 2 versus France, going for Alsace-Lorraine. Fighting all the other minors. All of them at once. I think, is Austria involved in this as well? Not yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they joined. Switzerland are having a religious revolt. That would give them a monarchy. Oh my god. Actually, it might be quite even. The military at least is, the population is not quite, but still. Austria-Hungary showed up. Hello. Very late, to be honest. The German Federation government ruled by the rural folk and the religious interest group. They are a monarchy with universal suffrage, though, and freedom of conscience, so that's interesting. Mercantilism, interventionism. Yeah, not that many changes in laws overall. Yeah, I don't think Germany is winning this one. They... wait. Oh, Russia and Great Britain is supporting them. Actually, they might have a good chance of getting them. The United States are fighting against them. As long as Austria-Hungary stays out of it, and somehow they actually are, despite them losing a ton of their market in this. People states are in the Spanish market. Yeah, right. And Great Britain is importing engines. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Actually, Germany might win this because this war is going to be pretty nice for them in that they will be able to separate piece a ton of those German states, gaining additional states and eliminating a lot of the troops that are fighting them. Though it also depends on the British and Russians actually supporting them. I think Russia is pretty decisively going to support them because they share a land border. Though one thing I don't know is how the front lines are going to be decided, because it's not guaranteed that it's going to be separate, like two front lines. It might be more potentially. There's Prussia. Hi. Von Eberstein is attacking there. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I would really like if you guys just gave up with this, but that might not be happening. Also, I think I need to pause construction before I go into that again. Is this actually a war going on, or... Yeah, it is. And I think this... Wait. No one is winning. There's no occupations. And Great Britain actually went for a quick strike on Lubeck already, but the French are pushing into... French and Bavarians are pushing into Saxony. And there's a revolt in Lubeck right as this goes. Okay. It's a significant thing because having Germany or not is going to have an effect on other things as well. Portugal actually did become a democracy and a parliamentary republic as well. Not that many of those. Actually, there's pretty much exclusive monarchies all over the place. Most of them rather autocratic as well. Looks like the northern front at least is going to be a victory for the Germans. How are my things looking? How far am I actually from number 1 in prestige? I'm pretty much number 1 producer of most things. Out of important things, there's actually only steel and explosives that I'm not number 1. And luxury cruise, I guess. Naples. Oh, because what? I guess they got. What? Why did they change it to Naples? I think there were 2 Sicilies just now. They lost one of their Sicilies, but I don't think they're planning on regaining it. So I'm a bit confused. Photographic art, I think. Yeah, the arts academies are not working as hard as I want. This one is actually being fully employed, surprisingly enough. Maybe not for long, because, well, I have my own way of helping my economy. But still, I think that's because opium is so popular, maybe the fine arts are not as useful. I am also producing about as much as the rest of the world combined, so maybe I should try to export some of those to help things out. Yeah, there are people who want them, and the numbers are low that even just a slight trade would help. And definitely things like looks like things are improving at least a little bit. Yeah, I'm exporting more silk than I'm using myself, so maybe exporting a little more of it would be good. Yeah, some people want that. And yeah, you can see that Germany is annexing people already. The revolt actually became the actual state. Annexing the northern people because they're capitulating. But this... Oh wait, the Germans are pushing into Alsace-Lorraine, which could cause interesting issues because it would actually separate the war into 2 front lines, which I would assume that the French troops would focus on this one, which would probably be good for Germany. Germany is at 0 war exhaustion, though they would need to be pretty heavily occupied. Oh yeah, there is no fighting in America, but there could have been. There is a fight between Japan, because Japan actually is part of this fight on the side of France. Okay. Yeah, they are fighting. They're not winning, but they are fighting. French versus British, the Americans versus Russians fighting in Rhineland. This is basically a world war, now that I think about it. There's no easy way to see the participants. But yeah, it's Germany, Great Britain and Russia versus France, United States, half of Germany, that's not the Northern German Federation, and Japan. Yeah, I mean, basically. Oh, I got a change in the rural folk, and he's a reformer. Okay. Now we're talking. This opens some things out, so I could maybe get some better women rights and maybe compulsory primary school as well. Both of those would be really nice. And I got this and this. So first of all, I think I will go for the commercialized agriculture. It's pretty much, yeah. The rural folk, are they in government? They're not in government, so they might not even oppose it. Defamatory article. I think I'm fine losing a bit authority. And that means, yeah, all of my interest groups actually like me quite a bit, so that's really good. That opens more play later on. I think I need to kick some of those guys out. Yeah, Petit Bourgeoisie doesn't want it as much, though they do have 11. That's actually more than I would think. But I want to remove some of those movements because they're really not doing anything useful. Other than giving me more radicals. Though overall, like, the radical situation is really good. Much better than I would expect. For a Qing, I mean. Oh. Suddenly Mecklenburg occupied Berlin, so that's pretty bad. Okay. Oh my god, Germany is losing again. And they're going to lose Rhineland, Wallonia, get reparations to Japan. Oh my god. I'm not sure how they did it, but yeah, probably some strange movement of front lines caused it. Because it was really quick how they lost the entire Brandenburg. Benantier, are you a bot or not? Because I've had someone who posted a clearly bot message like you, but actually wasn't a bot, and answered me when I brought it up, so... I don't think Japan is actually going for Sakhalin, so they're just fighting here because... Yeah, they only want reparations from Germany. Revolution in Indochina and the secession in South Africa. No, it's just some minor, I think. Yeah, Germany's out in like a week or two, I think. Damn, they actually got pretty close. And actually, Great Britain got out first. They are going after Dynams. The Dynams... They want Cambodia from Dynam. Yeah, I think in this situation I'm going to intervene because I have land border as well, so that's a really no-brainer. And preventing Great Britain from doing stuff, it has to be good. Germany has no luck, and I think Russia is going to be losing Alaska in all of this. But that's going to hurt so much. I mean, they're going to lose all of this and bits here and here. And Saxony as well. And it's going to be all separate markets. Wait, I'm their ally? Oh, okay, I guess I am. Well, that wasn't the smartest for me, but at least something that I can actually help. I think I will just go for the best increase. Yeah, I think there's 0% stall, right? Yeah, so this is pretty much done. Guaranteed to succeed. They're going for British war reparations, which is fine, I suppose. Wait, what? Suddenly... Okay. It probably would be time to mobilize some of my armies, move them around, move some generals as well. Sucks that they are separate strategic regions. don't really want to mobilize more troops, so I need more to 7th Army. And I still need one more general here. Armed forces, perfect. Trade states accepted. Oh, the AIs actually traded for lands in Africa, that's interesting. Oh, fastest Raj. I don't assume they have much different. They have homesteading. That's their fastest thing, and they're actually, well, they're slightly more racist, but Raj already has racial segregation. Not much of a difference. Yeah, let's see what Great Britain actually does. Too bad I'm stopping all the trade, because that's usually a pretty nice thing with Great Britain. That's a huge market. Another advance. Fine. Russia actually managed to peace out without losing Alaska. So it's Germany is looking stranger and stranger with every session. They actually kept this somehow. Yeah, I don't think they had those two states, and now they have them. So I guess good for them. Raj actually has, yeah, unless they have the flag of the East India Company. That's interesting. And now they're embargoing me. This might be actually diverting quite a few of the British troops. Not that it matters, because they actually need to do a naval landing. Let's support them in Cambodia. It doesn't. I'm not sure if I will be able to participate in this, honestly. Yeah, I will be, thank God. Because it's not always obvious, as you'd think. Oh, industrialists love me, damn. Oh yeah, I guess they like commercial agriculture, and also 90% of their political strength is loyalists. Yeah, the industrialists do love how China has been growing last few decades. Because that is fairly understandable. The income has not been increasing as much as I think, despite me going over 400 million. Yeah, I cannot really afford more construction, and despite the private sector pretty much carrying their weight. And yeah, the fascist trash dreams are not going to be lasting long. Though this is the first anti-colonial war we're actually doing, preserving the, well, not independence of Cambodia, but I guess local rule. And two Sicilies are back, they just kept their color, I guess. Sure. Yeah, Austro-Hungarian market is still covering southern Germany. I was surprised that they didn't join actually the war. Yeah, the naval invasion of 19 battalions into 119, it's not going to work out, I don't think. Yeah, neither can go below 0 because, well, they cannot occupy anything. This is actually an issue. Potentially, because I might... they are trying to land. It's surprise, it's not working. But I might be... It's very important I don't start losing war support too quickly. Though luckily I'm not losing that many people. Yeah, I'm not losing any war exhaustion yet from casualties, so that's good. Another success in this law, so getting commercial agriculture this session. Who knows, maybe the trade unions will appear. They are quite far from doing anything so far. British Raj is in default. That's interesting. And I'm getting quite close to getting that tech I need for my navy. Oh, I'm actually getting ports next, so that's really good. And also reinforced concrete. That's some really good luck speeding up things for me. I wouldn't be surprised if I was pretty close to the top tech when it comes to things right now. Electric streetlights, that's going to be well. Actually, I probably want publicly traded on anything that can support it currently. It's actually quite late for me to be getting steamboats. I still don't have them. This is probably going to be good just for the better employment, honestly. Cannot get that yet there. Switch. Yeah, getting rid of all those farmers is going to be nice. Don't need a steam donkey. All of those can be publicly traded as well, why not? Don't need a steam donkey. And I think it will switch, yeah, to the more aristocrats. Actually, how many aristocrats do I even have left? Yeah, not. Yeah, the number is actually going to increase significantly. They are trying to land in the capital with decent numbers, actually. So better. I think I will move some reinforcements just in case. And yeah, the war support for Great Britain is below the Vietnamese and far below mine as well, so that's good. My army size is also much bigger than there, or is it? It's actually not. Not sure why it's showing. Yeah, I always look and think it's Austria-Hungary again, but it's not. They do have 600 battalions, but why is it showing 1 million? Did they mobilize? No, they couldn't, because even if they did mobilize, it still wouldn't be 1 million troops. So why is it showing compared to max military size of 1 million? And for me it's only the troops I have raised. Also my army with yeah, with all those conscripts is removed, but sure. They're trying to naval invade in actual Vietnam. British Senegal trying some sneaky moves. Not on my watch. Oh yeah, time to get some different laws going. I really would like to start working on some institutions. The police is not that important because I'm actually not having any issues with radicals. Trade unions would be my way to get public health insurance, which would be really nice. But yeah, everyone is just fine with how the religion is looking. It's very annoying. Maybe it's time to think about laissez-faire. Rural folk would hate it. Oh my god, they would hate it so much, but I think their clout is going to be going down pretty quickly now. This they are also going to hate. Yeah, I think I have to wait a little bit for now. Maybe I could get free trade actually. No, rural folk hate it as well. Oh god, I hate them. They just oppose everything. Oh yeah, I'm not using all of my construction. Looks like I need more clothes currently. and more fish. I think I'm already using all the fish I can. Am I using... Yeah, I think it's time to switch into canned meat. There's not enough fish in my seas. I can work on livestock ranches. Let's see, there are some states with bonus to throughput to this, I think. For some reason, okay, now it's showing up. Yeah, all throughout the north. Not in the Gobi Desert, but in the eastern steppe. So I want them here. Though I would like to see how many peasants there are. There's a decent amount here. Okay, better ports, always nice. Northern Manchuria, decent amount of peasants as well. Urga, probably not that many. Yeah, could get a few. And ports everywhere, ports. Just max it out. And then infrastructure as well. Okay, look good. Losing a ton of money still. Though I am using my army, so that's probably... Oh wait, they landed when I wasn't paying attention. God, I hate helping my allies sometimes. They are still trying to navally invade there, but... Yeah, because when it comes to landing on your allies, it doesn't show you a warning, so... Well, they are actually... They do have 100 battalions, which is actually pretty good. We're starting to attack with pretty low numbers, so it's not working out for now. I also didn't mobilize any troops and also need to keep protecting my capital. The issue is we probably could stalemate them here, but it is one of the war goals. They need the capital as well, I think. Yeah. So maybe I just need to start mobilizing more armies. Let's make it like 300. I think at this point it's not as important to avoid landowners, simply because they're not as strong. Okay, and mobilize and rise. Actually, I should probably give them... Yes. Yeah, so that should be good. They should be gaining troops pretty quickly. Well, Great Britain is going all in on Cambodia, I guess, huh? Yeah, they have 500,000 troops. Is the meat still too expensive? But I'm working on it. The Brits are probably using a ton of the troops, so their casualties are going up. Just hope they don't get for some negotiated peace where the Cambodia goes away, but they keep the slavery. It's basically the Korea War, just in Vietnam against Great Britain. The Chinese intervening. They're going to go for another landing. Is it Cambodian army is joining? Yeah, they do have good numbers. My pushes are not really working out, losing a ton of troops on those. I probably have to switch into defense, unfortunately. It just looks pretty decent. So unfortunately, looks like the first so what happened? Okay, they kept the Cambodian tributary. Unfortunately, the pop-up for peace doesn't really work. And did they also kept slavery? So yeah, so it was actually 100% victory for the anti-colonialism front. Nice. Despite what I was just saying, we ended up winning this one. Now hopefully they will stop the embargo on me as well. We'll see what actually happens though. Maybe I should start improving my relations with Great Britain. I mean, we're probably going to be fighting a ton. But I would like to be trading with them. Oh yeah, I have more interests to declare. Not just one. Pretty soon going to be starting ironclads. Oh yeah, they lost a ton of clout, the royal folk. Unfortunately, its landowners who picked up, yeah, it's because there's more aristocrats growing with the changes of the production methods, which is not ideal, but also not the biggest problem. Yeah, I think now is the time to go into laissez-faire. Still minus 20 to the rural folk. They'll be very annoyed. They are going to gain quite a bit once the homesteading goes down. They do have a lot of loyalists. The construction is finishing as well. I think I just, yeah, still need more meat and still need more cloves. I can import some meat, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty available. Solve the issue this way. I think I will get more industry in textile mills. Still, it's predicting they're going to be making money despite me building 60 more. Damn. I mean, probably, I think the amount of cloves being used in my market is, yeah, it's significant. It's actually still by vast majority being produced by subsistence farms. Okay, so just getting more on film, I guess. Maybe getting more spread would be decent, but that's fine. There's this... Still no navy. Still waiting for my navy. I'm surprised. Yeah, my income is just not going up this session. Which is pretty surprising. The GDP did stall a little bit. At least the standard of living increased a fair amount. And there was a good movement on laws as well. I was kind of afraid I'm going to be stuck on serfdom, but luckily I actually managed to solve this issue. Now I'm stuck on state religion instead. Can I get this one? Yes, please. This is really good. Pretty much no-brainer. And I can start switching to ironclads, which I will just do instantly. I will keep them government run, I think. Though I could get a ton of capitalists from this, I guess. I'm getting... Well, this... the government dividends from railway actually pay for their subsidies, so that's good. But that would be a significant amount of capitalists more, so I guess I will switch to it. Especially since I'm planning to go into laissez-faire anyway, which would mean it would switch by itself. Oh, actually I will be getting more fish, so that's good news. Now let's switch into the steel production of steamships. Remove my entire navy because it's currently serving no purpose. And let's build some ironclads. I guess for the start might get like 50. I might be actually going for more later on, but we'll see. Just for the start. That would mean like at least 50 monitors, maybe even more. Intelligentsia is back in business. Not that they matter much. Oh yeah, I could actually... too bad I didn't think about it before. Because I could have used Wolf Walk while they had decent cloud, but now it's a bit too late. Though, nah, the opposition would be... stall chance would be too high. Oh yeah, some of the... like, I guess Korea is using clippers a fair amount still. Yep. And the trade routes. Probably should just remove the trade routes, I guess. Yeah, I could try to find the Nile again, but don't really care. The Londoners really like me. Yeah, the commercials agriculture was what they really wanted. Despite having a failed petition, they still have my plus 15. Damn, it's quite a lot. It's not the rule of October. They are at the plus 5. Is there some way I could make them even a bit more happy? Not with those. Not with those. I could take frontier colonization just so they like me a bit more. I would really love to actually use them for something, but it's just no real access to this stuff. Would it be too difficult in many ways? I guess I can just try to risk it and see how it goes. Yeah, let's try it. Like, even if they start going, they might not revolt immediately. And they're going to be liking me more and more, slowly. Oh, this guy changed into another loyalist. Thank you. Sure, why not promote him? They are not actually, the rule of folk are not opposing yet, because they're supporting movement for consumption-based taxation. So that means they would need to create another movement to oppose laissez-faire, and they are not doing that yet. They're just giving me a bit more radicals, so that's actually pretty good. I'm not sure if it's going to continue, but for the time being that's pretty ideal. I do have a decent legitimacy, right? Yeah, if I... What? And I could decrease taxes a little bit, but it's not like it would make the law pass faster, so that's fine. The iron, is the iron price increasing or something? Because the exports, no, the price is still pretty low. I guess maybe other people are getting more of their own iron. Industrialists are getting powerful, and they are already not powerful, but well, they are working on it. That's good, because that increases my chances of getting laissez-faire, which will probably mean that finally the industrialists will actually go firmly over 20, if not into even more. The trade unions are still not doing anything. Great Britain is trying to annex someone in India. I mean, I kind of would like to help them. Still 2.5 million. Let's see if I offer them support. Let's see what happens when I join. Start bullying Great Britain, like how they always love to bully players, joining every play against everyone. I think my troops can just move here, right? Or not? You cannot reach. I think that at some point it was possible to just move through stuff. Can I? No, I need to be at war. I foreseen it to be possible to walk through, or even ask to walk through. I mean, sure, they already can barely hate me more, so now both sides are confident. Okay, Great Britain is becoming uncertain. Maybe they will back down. They do have some loans. Jodhpuri has even more. Yeah, I think they have too many troops, unfortunately. And I don't have the fleet just yet. Though I'm starting to work on it. Though even once I get the buildings, it's going to be a while before I actually the troops will actually show up. Okay, getting better tech, always good. Yeah, I think I'm not getting this trade with Great Britain actually. There probably is going to be a ton of wars between me and them. It means I have a good amount of convoys free to use for something. Don't want to export cloves. Explosives, actually, why not? Fertilizer, why not? Yeah, actually I won't be able to do anything in this war, unfortunately. Oh, there are people who really want my honor, including the Dutch. Some lead, why not? Liquor, maybe not. Luxury clothes, always fine to export. Paper. Quite a lot of trades possible, that's good. Let's try some steel. Sugar, why not? Sulfur. Wood. Another advance. Instantly the Dutch want a trade agreement. Fair enough. Yeah, we're not getting stuff done, unfortunately, not this time. Cambodia already was a pretty lucky result in the end. Yeah, I wonder how much my economy is going to start growing once I get laissez-faire. So the potential is quite significant. Do I have more capitalists than aristocrats at this point? Might not be. It's actually pretty close. It's actually very close, which probably means that the capitals will be more efficient, I think. There is a good amount of farmers. I don't think they're getting that much money to investment pool. Even with agrarianism giving them a bonus. I think capitalists are just more efficient. And so agrarianism gives negative to capitalists, but laissez-faire doesn't give a negative to aristocrats and farmers. Though it's still... The minus 25% loan interest rate would be nice if I could actually, you know, get any loans. But yeah, and the journal entries are not showing up. Like, still, it's just basic stuff. The Boxer Rebellion is not showing up. No, maybe I'm just supposed to start removing monarchy, I guess. I really don't know. I wouldn't mind doing that because I hate monarchy. Especially with my luck and what monarchs I usually get. Yeah, this one has psychological affliction. He might die, hopefully. Though usually I'm not having much luck with that. Actually, plus 20 legitimacy would be pretty nice. Oh yeah, getting into this highest righteous government. I have the mandate of heaven, turns out, which is probably boosting laissez-faire. Yeah, there's still no stall because they're supporting consumption-based taxation. This actually, in the end, the whole movement, taxation movements are ending up working out for me quite well. which is something I would never expect to happen, but here we are. Okay, now I'm starting to build the navy. Right in time that I will be able to start on Mantis. And I'm getting dynamite from spreading naturally. Oh my god, that's quite lucky. Not that it changes that much, but still. I guess next I would go for steel frame buildings. Taxation capacity, I mean that's just free money in my case, because why not? Don't really care about anything else in laws for the time being, I don't think. Military, I mean I guess more like pretty much all of those in this era, but they're going to be spreading quite quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure if laissez-faire will decrease the cloud of rural folk actually. It's still going down though. Is there any chance of me getting elected bureaucrats? Pretty damn good actually. There's a ton of people who like them, but I don't have any elections, so that's not even a consideration for the time being. Does this increase the power of farmers? Not really. Though it will probably increase the power of industrialists. Long term at least. The idea I would have someone who would like to oppose the church, but there's just nobody cares about the church, and that includes the church. So if I could get even... maybe I should have focused more on getting that earlier. But then there was a stall percentage from the rural folk who opposed it at the time because they had a traditionalist leader. And the movement to remove serfdom wasn't guaranteed to hang out forever as well. And honestly, I could maybe even increase taxes. The GDP is increasing not as fast as over here, but it's still going up. And like 25 million is still quite a lot of GDP at this point of the game. United States are not having a good game. They're getting caught up by Austria-Hungary, who also overtook North German Federation, which did lose, to be fair, quite a bit of land. France is getting close to British Raj actually, and Great Britain is half my GDP because they are annexing stuff in India. That's a ton of population in those 4 states. 500,000, 5 million here, 10% of their GDP is here. Another 5 million here. Once they get things built up, it's going to be another huge one for them. So yeah, there will be quite a bit of work to fix the India to be less British. Looks like the cloves price did went down. Grain is actually going up. I guess it's because the subsistence farms are, vast majority is being produced by subsistence farms. Still, I think I can just focus on other stuff. Could build more opium because it's still way too expensive, and I'm still importing 1,000. Though maybe groceries, tools, engines. Maybe do a bit more work on classic. Classic industry. Not really paying attention in which states I build stuff, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be long when it's going to be 50 in most places. this is probably giving me a good amount of bureaucracy, despite me having a ton of trade routes as well. And now I'm barely using any for trade routes. I just have a ton of trade deals, I guess. It's just, I think it's my population growing. It is, yeah, almost 3 million per year, which is population of a pretty good state. And it's going to be increasing as well as my standard of living increases. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, okay. Probably with laissez-faire I will be able to increase my construction. Though, did I gain like 200 construction? Oh yeah, it's from, it's more efficient with the tech. So I did gain some construction at least this session. Not much, but something. Oh yeah. Additional company as well. Companies are super good. I mean, honestly, maybe rice farms probably wouldn't be the worst, but maybe not the highest priority. More opium would be nice. More infrastructure, always good, though I'm not building any logging camps anymore, so that's not that important. Maybe cloves? Or maybe steel? Actually, probably this. Tools, and then weapons are not as useful, but tools are done quite often. Or maybe engines? I think this one, army offense, is also pretty nice, so I would probably go for this one. Steel or engines I think would be pretty good options as well, but in the end that's what I'm going to go for. Looks like the private sector is not really able to use all of their money just yet, but it might need some time to even out, and we'll see how much capitalists can do for me. Rural folk are kind of on their way out, hopefully. It continues like this. Landowners are a bit back up, but I think they became a bit less of a problem now. And now there's another Republican in the intelligentsia, so nothing changed. What should I go for now? I mean, free trade probably. Well, this is going to really piss off those guys, but they're just stuck in this movement, so maybe it's worth trying. Yeah, they actually just support this so much they cannot divert their attention to anything. Wait, what's going on in British Russia? They're fighting Ottoman Empire to conquer Egypt. And he made Russia is in this as well. And they peaced out. Without win. Yeah, with Russia and the state of Ottoman Empire, I'm not surprised. Actually, I think I will be ending. I feel like, unfortunately, my voice is starting to give up. So this session, I'm kind of mixed feeling. There have been some first anti-colonial wars. Did some good victories in the Macau and Hong Kong. Did defend Cambodia from the British invasion. Unfortunately, wasn't able to start interfering in India just yet, but that's just because there's no navy. The GDP is growing nicely. The standard of living situation was saved from the absolute disaster that it used to be. The tech is growing up nicely, and the law, kind of like the lock that serfdom had on my laws, was broken, but there's still quite a few issues that are preventing me from going full speed, and also I have no clue what's supposed to be happening with my journal entry. This is another issue. I think this session I played quite a few years less than before. That's because there's been more things happening, and I think there's going to be more and more of that once the navy is up and running, which it's almost yeah, I think there's 5 ironclads ready, 45 more to come. Yeah, things are about to get interesting right now, and I think in this campaign I will be going fairly confidently over the infamy limit, because as China, I'm pretty sure very quickly I will be able to fight the entire world, and just will start declaring time one war after another against the great powers in Asia and Africa, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, GG guys, another session going pretty well with not much to make us. China is pretty strong, and with laissez-faire just being passed, I probably need just more construction to be able to use my full capacity, and I'm just not gaining more money, but with laissez-faire that would help a fair bit. So yeah, GG, and see you on the next stream.